Well, welcome aboard everyone. This is Captain Sully. This is Delta Airliners Niner 3753, and we're going to take off from whichever airport we like, and we're going to land on whichever place we choose to desire. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and take off. My name is Mr. 4K Upscaler Sully. I'm just kidding, guys. I wanted to do that. I always wanted to be an announcer, to be an announcer and just announce things. Alright, so I'm gonna fly the N3753 Delta. We're gonna take this baby out in the sky and make sure you turn your cell phones off. Don't be locked up inside the bathroom with the flight attendant. That's not cool. And make sure your seatbelts are tight. Other than that, here we go. Let me release my brake. Let me slowly adjust there we go. Adjust my view. Here we go. Hold on a second. This is Captain Sully. We seem to be having some technical difficulties. Please don't be alarmed. I will do my best to fix this. Alright, everything seems to be in order. Alright, gentlemen, ladies, this is your Mr. 4K Upscaler Captain. Please hang in there. Let me give it to you from this view. And we're going to take off slowly, gradually. Not bad, right? This is the Captain, Mr. 4K Upscaler. Please do tip our flight attendants, because they do give out the peanuts more often, but they might give out a little bit more than just a peanut, depending on how well you tip. So please be a good tipper. Oh, and I'm sorry, I forgot to get my gear, my landing gear. Jesus, Captain Sully. Alright, there it is. Now, our desired station going to be anywhere we please, and that's where we're going to land. So yeah, guys, this is the X-Plane 11. It's a beta, it's not a full version. I mean, it is a full version, but it's still under the beta, meaning that don't expect the game to run perfectly. There's still going to be some bugs. The one bugs issues I see is the frame rate. Excuse me. I noticed the frame rate issue. See, like right here, I'm probably getting maybe 20 frames to 30 frames maybe less than that, maybe 24 frames per second. But they're working on it, you know, and this is a huge game. One unique thing about X-Plane 11 is you can fly anywhere on the world, and that's pretty cool. We will go inside the cockpit later on, but first I want to show you the outside. I want you guys to see the graphics. The one thing I noticed about this particular game is the fact that the graphics have been really updated big time, and I really do mean big time. Alright, we're gonna de-throttle a little bit here so you guys get a better view. They definitely did a better job on the lightning, on a dynamic light. It looks really good. Textures. From what I understand, they're gonna be using DirectX 12 pretty soon on X-Plane 11, and that's pretty cool that they're going to be doing that, because with DirectX 12 excuse me, my voice, there's unlimited possibilities that you can do. And if some of you guys are wondering, well, why does Mr. 4K Upscaler sounds like this? What happened to him? What happened to his voice? Well, what happened with my voice is the flu. All these upscaling games had got to me, man. I got myself a 4K flu. Yeah, 4K flu. I got it, man. It sucks. We're not going to talk about fanboys here. I already dealt with that with my 2 videos I made. What we are going to be doing here, it's simply flying. We are going to be flying like a bird. So far I like it. I like the controls. I like the detail. It looks really good. But let's go inside the cockpit, shall we? Let me pause it, and we'll go inside a cockpit. Here, let me change it to internal default view. And here is where it really gets pretty cool. Here, I'll show you guys in a minute. I'm just adjusting it, zooming it in, zooming it out. You guys cannot see it, but I can see it. I'll show it in a minute. Here. Pretty cool, by the way. There we go. That's better. Here, this is what I was talking about, right here. Obviously this looks much better on my triple monitor, but you guys cannot see it. You can only see it this way, 16:9. It looks great. You know what's interesting about this game, X-Plane 11? Everything is rendered in 3D. Aerofly is different. Aerofly is using a imagery from satellite, so it looks great when you're like in the air, you know, above looking down. It looks great, but as soon as you come close to the ground and you want to land, you see all the flat surfaces, flat houses, and all that. So I think this is where 3D rendering flight sims like X-Plane 11 make it so more worthwhile. But I know what you guys want to see. You guys want to see a more advanced graphics. Alright, let's go to our settings over here. I'm gonna change the graphic settings to maximum, ultra. Alright, so what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna set this to graphics. It's going to be visual effects, gonna be high HDR, like high HDR and SSAO, man. Texture quality is gonna be maximum. Anti-aliasing, no. We'll leave anti-aliasing at like FXAA. Click done. Alright, so now we're just waiting for my PC to catch up on this. What you guys are seeing is probably a frozen picture because I'm running a triple monitors, and when it's loading you cannot see it, so don't be alarmed. Just listen to my voice and you're going to be fine. Yes, I have a very sophisticated voice. I should have been a voice actor, but instead I turned out to be a Mr. 4K miserable upscaler. Indeed. This might take a while, man. I'm using like the highest possible maximum settings, man. Alright, look, it's back. It's back on. Now you get to see the loading time. It's gonna be a while, but I'm sure it's gonna be worth it for you guys to see it. And if you here we go. Oh yeah, I see a much bigger difference. Hold on. Much better difference, but frame rate issues, yep. I mean, definitely, you guys have to remember, this is still in the beta version, alright? It's not a full version. I mean, it is a full version. It's a full game, but it's not a complete full game. It's still in the beta. Sorry about that. Now let's go look outside, shall we? Oh yeah, much better, man. Look at the detail. This is a fantastic detail right here, because we're running everything at maximum. The reason I left anti-aliasing at the FXAA, because if I left it at FXAA and PAA, whatever that other one that I have, then frame rate would have been horrible. But this is perfect, man. This is being run at the maximum settings, and it truly shows up here, like the reflection in detail and everything. It looks fantastic, man. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit on the plane, give you guys a better view. Hold on. Alright, so I've zoomed in on the plane so you guys can see it a little bit better. On 4K, I'm sure this will look a million times more better. I'll definitely try to plug this game to my 4K HDR Samsung, but I'm pretty sure the lag will be horrible, dude. You know, I'm pretty sure. Look at that detail, man, and the reflection of the light. The one thing I noticed about this game is the light, dynamic light, man. Luminar Projects company. They definitely did a fantastic job. And this is beta. It's not even a full version. I mean, full released version. It's a full beta version. And I'm glad that they're doing it this way. So if I find some problems, like I'm having problems with the frame rate issues, I can report this to them and they can work on it and they can fix it. Think of this as like an early access version. Alright, that's what it is. A full version, just they're testing it. They're releasing it this way. Which means you won't have to pay again. When they finally finish the full version, you're just gonna have to update it with the new updates. But it looks great, man. Look at that detail. It looks fantastic. Look at the wings and the detail on there, man. It looks real. It really does, man. And yes, I'm running GTX 1060. That's pretty cool, man. Alright, I'm going to change the camera angle here a little bit. And I'm also going to change the... I thought about changing the time zone. But this is pretty cool, man. This is a great detail right here. Alright, let me change the view. Right back. Alright, check this out, huh? Look, all of those renderings you're seeing down below, they're all being rendered 3D with DirectX 12. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. I mean, look at just the detail. I can't even imagine how this would look on 4K with everything maxed out, man. I think I would probably need two Titan X's, you know. Pascal, you know, Titan X Pascals. But this is great. I'm surprised what my GTX 1060 can do. I was debating if I should go and get a 1070. I think 1070 I should be okay. Or I should just wait for 1080 Ti, man. Just get a 1080 Ti. Plug it in there. Look at that detail. It's like ridiculous, man. Let's do this. Let's like spin the plane like that a little bit. Let's do that. Let's spin it right like that. And look at those mountains and everything, man. Just look how realistic that looks. So yeah, this is Captain Mr. 4K Upscaler. I was trained by Captain Sully, aka Tom Hanks, and he told me one time, you can land on a volcano, but be careful, because you might make her purr, or worse, you might make her squirt. He was referring to a volcano erupting, so don't ever land on a volcano. And I'm not doing this on purpose. The reason I talk this way because I have a flu, man. So I don't know how many videos. I'm gonna try to do some videos, guys, but you have to remember, when you're sick, when you have a flu, it's not easy, you know, making the videos. Someone said to me the other day, "Oh man, you sound better when you're sick." I was like, really? Thanks a lot. It looks great, man. Look at that detail down there, man. Look at the reflection. Alright, that's better. It looks amazing, man. I like it. Alright, let me zoom out a little bit. Yeah, that looks great, man. That looks great. I love it. You know, this is one game with PC I was really looking to get. It's called, it's a German bus, Coach, Fernbus, Flixbus. These are like supposed to be realistic coach buses that they take you all over to Germany. I thought about maybe getting that game. It's supposed to be interesting. But look at the detail on, like, on that mountain and everything, man. That looks pretty good. I'll definitely have to try to hook this up to my 4K HDR TV and see how it works. I don't know if my graphics cards will be able to handle it. I might need like 1070 or 1080, dude. Probably 1080 I would need for this. But anyway, this is your captain speaking, and please tip our flight attendant, short skirt stewardess. Tip him well. I promise you, they will give more than just a peanut and a jello. They might let you reach in and grab something else. Oh, I was referring to a different plane. Sorry, this is Delta. Which other plane was I referring to? Well, I'll let you guys figure that one out. And what's really interesting about X-Plane 11, you can really fly this for hours. Like, I can go right now till 8 o'clock in the morning, fly all the way to freaking Australia. Yep, that's how long it would take. But I like it. I like so far what they've done in the game. The graphics looks good, and my PC is handling this pretty well. You know, considering I have old AMD A8 3.2 gigahertz quad core processor, and what really helps my PC, honestly, is my Vengeance 32 gigabytes GDDR3 RAM, 32 gigs of that. And another thing that helps my PC is my solid state drive, 250 gigabyte by Samsung. And of course, you know, GTX 1060, 6 gigabyte. But I thought about maybe getting a 1070 or 1080, I don't know. I think Titan X, it's overkill, man, it's too expensive. I think 1070 forward to win, it's more than I need. Look at that detail, man. It looks amazing, doesn't it? I swear to God, it looks like a real plane. Like you're really watching is like a real footage of a real plane, man. It really does. Now, the one thing you will notice, I don't know if many of you have noticed this, the one thing that's missing on the beta right now, it's the sun. You know, when the sun comes out, when it comes down, that's what's missing right now. But they're gonna add that up later on. But one thing they've done well on this beta is the textures, the light, dynamic light, and the HDR, obviously. But you can't see it. I have to hook it up to my TV. And the textures down at the scenery on the ground, it looks amazing. Jesus, I sound like a Tom Brokaw. Oh, today's news on NBC. We're reporting of blah 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 blah. Shit, I do. But this is nice, man. This looks really good, man. Really, really good. And the cool thing is, let's say you're traveling, okay, let's say you have a flight plan and you're traveling all the way to Africa, or let's say Australia or New Zealand, whatever, or Japan. If you get tired of flying, you can save it, save your progress, and continue from where you left off. That's another cool feature that X-Plane 11 has. Okay, I'm going to try and change the time zone. Let's go to a sunset, see how well the reflection works. Alright, so we are at the sunset now, and it looks marvelous, man. I mean, I can only imagine how this would look on the HDR. I'm pretty sure this will look phenomenal on HDR. God damn it, I should have plugged it into my... I swear, I'll plug this into my Samsung KS8000 to see how well the HDR works. But keep in mind, man, I don't know if my graphics card will be able to handle it. You know, I might have to move all these settings down, but I'll give it a try for you. I'll do it for you guys. And yes, I'm gonna have to use my camera, you know. And yes, even though I'll be filming it with my camera, remember, you guys won't be able to see HDR. You'll just have to take my word for it that it looks great. But so far, I have to say, good job, Luminars, or I always have a hard time pronouncing their company. Please forgive me for butchering their company. I don't mean to do so. Luminars developers, I think they're doing a fantastic job. This is pretty good so far. Obviously, the proper way to fly this is with the joystick, you know, the flight stick controller. Alright, let's go inside the cockpit really quick. Let's do that. Alright, so we're in the cockpit mode, and looks great. Love it. Let's switch to a night mode. I want to see how well it looks on a night mode. Let's do that. Actually, I switched it to the real sunset right here so you guys can see it. That looks fantastic, man. Let's go right over here, dive right into the sunset. Let's do that. Slowly. This is Mr. Captain 4K Upscaler. Don't worry, we're not gonna land on this Jurassic Park island. God forbid somebody gets eaten by T-Rex. God forbid a hot stewardess, a flight attendant, gets eaten by a big, giant, large, thick T-Rex. Oh man. But it's nice. Looks really nice. Look at all the instruments and everything. It looks pretty cool, doesn't it? It does. I mean, it looks very impressive. I mean, on HDR, this is gonna look fantastic, man. Seriously. This game, it's made for HDR. Alright, what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna throttle down my engine. We're gonna descend a little bit, and we're gonna show you the exterior view. Oh man, that looks beautiful. Beautiful, man. Whoa. Now here you would see the sun blasting, but remember, this is still a beta. It's not finished. Like I said, it's a full version, but it's a full version beta. That looks great, man. That looks great. Let's zoom in on the plane a little bit, shall we? Wow. Wow, dude. Amazing. Now we're going to descend a little bit down here. Don't try this at home. I'm doing this on purpose because I want to go a little bit lower. Yeah, don't definitely try this at home. This can only end one way. The worst way. But I'm a Mr. 4K Upscaler, man. Captain. I'm not gonna allow this to happen. I'm just showing you a little bit. You know, the frame rate really runs good, man, considering I got everything maxed out. Not bad. That's a nice detail down there. Look at that detail down there. Oh, turbulence. Well, there. I'll let you see the Jurassic Park down there a little bit. Alright, let's go inside the cockpit. Hold on, I'm adjusting some settings here so you guys can see it better. There we go. I zoomed in a little bit so you guys can see it better. As you can see down there, the mountains, they're all like real 3D rendered mountains. My only complaint is if I have to like give him input feedback, I would say the clouds. I would work on the clouds and try to make them a little bit better. You know, since they're going to be using DirectX 12, I'm sure they can make the clouds look photorealistic, you know, and dynamic. And also, this game will support VR, HTC Vive, and Oculus. So, if you have VR, oh man, if you have a flight stick and a VR, man, you're all set, pretty much. So I don't know if there's anything else I can tell you about this game. This video is turning to be very long, right? Hopefully you guys enjoyed it as much as I did making it. I'll do some more videos of this soon. You know, I'll show you some more as the game progresses. I'll show you different locations, different planes, and different dynamic weather effects and all that. But so far, I'm really impressed what they were able to achieve here. I mean, it looks very realistic to me. It's definitely better than the than X-Plane 10. I like the 11 version way better, man. It's the graphics is the one thing that truly pops, and it has HDR and supports 4K. So to me, that's a bonus. And it's going to support DirectX 12. Not yet, but it will support it down the road pretty soon. They're working on it. That's from what I heard. Yeah. But hey, at least I didn't crash in this one. I took off like a champ, and I didn't crash. On my previous one, on the Aerofly, I didn't crash either. I just landed without a gear. I didn't have my landing gear on, but I didn't crash. So for whom is this game? Alright, look, this is only for people who are truly a hardcore flight simulators. If you're not a hardcore flight simulators, We're not gonna bother with this. So that's for whom this game it really is, you know. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you can go ahead, turn on your cell phones, turn on your iPads. We do have a Wi-Fi here. It's pretty good. And like I said, make sure you tip your flight attendants, because, you know, like I said, if you tip them well, they'll give out more than just a peanut. And why would you just settle for a peanut, man? And we do have big cabins, you know. They're not the biggest, but they'll fit 2 people in there. You know what I mean? Give you enough space to thrust. So, yeah. I would be the worst captain ever. Or maybe the greatest captain ever. I don't know. So I don't know if there's anything else I can show you in this video. I showed you zoomed in plane, I showed you zoomed out, I showed you the cabin, I showed you the terrain, I showed you the graphics, showed you the change of time. And like I said, if you are into flight simulation, I definitely say pick this game up, man. It's pretty cool. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. This is Mr. 4K Upscaler Captain, and I'm gonna go to the cabin right now. I do have a couple of flight attendants waiting to attend to me and serve me. I will keep it on autopilot, so please don't worry, everyone. Autopilot always works. Thank you, guys. Have a good one, and thank you for watching, and thank you for flying with me. It's been a pleasure. Bye bye, everyone. Have a nice Friday. Bye bye.